All right. So we have a very well-balanced practice today. There's no one particular focus. We're just going to move our bodies. So any last words before we get started? Before I put you on mute? Okay. Well, the chat box is open. So good to see so many of you today on a dreary Wednesday morning. And I designed this class. I put it here with the Shakey Shakey, which we're going to do in a moment, because it is Wednesday. We're midweek. So we need just that extra oof, oomph, the extra motivation to push through the end of the week. And if you're reading along in our book of the month, Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before? There is a little chapter there on motivation. And I found it really interesting. It was a new perspective that I hadn't really thought about. And she says how motivation is expected to come before the thing we do. So we often put something off until we feel motivated to do it, hoping motivation is going to come. But she was saying that motivation actually comes after you do the thing. She said you don't often feel motivated walking into the gym, but you very often feel more motivated when you're walking out of the gym. The same in our yoga practice. It can be very hard to come to our yoga mat. Luckily, you all did it. You all somehow rolled it out, turned on your computer, struggled with the Wi-Fi and the connection, but you made it here. But you might not be feeling really motivated for your day. And hopefully, after the practice, after we move our bodies, after we deepen our breath, after we spend some time coming into that introspective space that yoga takes us to, hopefully we'll be feeling a little bit more motivated for our day. So I chose a particular song to help us feel a little bit motivated for our day. So just hands up who is already feeling motivated for their day. Who's already feeling motivated a little bit? Who needs some motivation? Who needs motivation? Okay, we'll do a little check-in at the end too to see if it's true, if moving our bodies, if doing the thing helps us to feel a little bit more motivated. Okay, so let's get up onto our feet. It's Wednesday, it's Wacky Wednesday, so we're gonna have a wacky, shaky, shaky. This is all about just moving your body as much as you can, as sillily as you can also. It doesn't have to be dancing, just kind of shake around, wiggle things, let things get loose and free so we get some warmth and some heat going. Okay, so I went for a version of Unstoppable. Maybe give us a bit of motivation. Just moving the body, shake it out. Move your feet around. The two steps is always safe. Just a little spin. This is just about waking up and shifting your energy. I'm unstoppable. I'm gonna push you with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. Starting off on Wednesday, and Monday and Tuesday. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Break down. Only alone I will cry out loud. You'll never see what's hiding out deep down. Yeah, yeah. I know. I heard that to let you feelings show. It's the only way to make friendships grow, but I'm too afraid now. Yeah. Keep going with the body. Find it within you just to move the body. Just a few more moments. I'm unstoppable. I'm gonna push you with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. I put my armor on, show you how strong I am.
today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today.
That's motivation. Well done. Oh, coming back to center now. Taking a nice deep breath. Breathe it in. Let it go. Standing with your feet strong, rooted to the floor. Maybe one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Maybe even the eyes are closing, that you're really centered and connected with yourself. Feeling the heartbeat. Feeling probably a sense of warmth now in the body. A little warmer than when we first started. Let's take one more breath here, centering, settling. And then we're going to drop the arms down by our side. Root through the feet strongly as we sweep the arms up to the sky. Palms come to touch. Exhale the hands down the midline to the heart. Beautiful. Inhale again, the arms up to the sky. Opening the circle of your practice, and exhale the hands back to your heart. Give yourself a bow. Give yourself a well done for getting here to your mat today. One more time, inhale, the arms come up. This time, we're going to take the right hand down to the leg, right hand to the right leg, left arm stays up. We'll take a little side bend. And over to the side. As we stand up, we're going to take the right hand to our hip. Slide the right hand to your hip and go back into your side bend, over to the right. Inhale, we're coming back up. And that right hand is going to slide across the waist, across the belly, towards the left as we take it over to the right side. Inhale, we're going to take both arms open nice and wide. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider. And we're going to take a little twist, one side to the other. Let your arms flop. Let them crash into the body. Maybe we can look over our back shoulder, and if that makes us feel too dizzy, keep your gaze forward instead. Beautiful. Once more on each side, and then come back to stillness. Come back to stillness. Feel that tingle through the body. Feet parallel, keep them wide. Inhale the arms up. We're going to exhale all the way down through the middle into a forward fold. So the legs are wide in this forward fold so that we can sway the body more side to side. So the knees are softly bent. We're just going to swing the body right to left, right to left. Say hello to the backs of the legs. Releasing the neck by letting your head get as heavy as it can. And then we'll come back to center. Drop the weight again in your heels and start to roll up one vertebra at a time. Pressing into the feet. Inhale up through the arms. And exhale, the arms come back by our side. Perfect. We're going to bring our feet hips distance apart or together. Inhale, other side. Take the arms up. This time, left hand comes down toward the outside of the thigh. Breathe in, stretch and reach. Exhale, take it to the left side. The hand sliding down the leg. Inhale, the hand slides up to your hip. Coming back to stand. Exhale, use that hand to push the hips over as you come into the side bend. Inhale, back through center. This time, left hand slides across the belly and waist. Push it across as you reach and stretch. Stay heavy in that right leg. Inhale, arms come out to a T shape. This time, we're going to come into a warrior three. So we're going to step the right leg back, just landing lightly on the tippy toes. Lifting the chest, start to lean the weight forward. Draw your belly up and in, and as you do that, maybe that back leg can lift a little bit, or maybe a lot. We're going straight into the balance. Active, active, active back leg and foot and pull the heart forward. All right, we're gonna sweep the arms forward and up. Lift the right knee up to the sky. Join the palms together. Interlace your fingers, all but the first pointer fingers. And then shoot the fingers up towards the ceiling. Good. Squeeze the arms towards your ears. Let's start to make some hip circles. So if we keep the upper body nice and strong, somehow it feels like it helps a little bit more with the balance. And if you fall out of balance, that's where we can get more demotivated. Find your way back in. Don't let a little bit of falling, a little bit of failure turn you off the rest of it. Just get back into it. All right, we're coming back to center. Lift the knee up towards the sky. Push those fingers up. And then we're going to step it back all the way to a lunge. We're going to step the right leg back. Land on the ball of the foot. And then lift up through the front body. That's it. Press those fingers up towards the sky. Lift up through the right hip. Take one more breath. Maybe our gaze can turn upwards. And then exhale, split the hands, downward facing dog. Step it back, left foot to right. Spread the fingers and start to march into your legs. Bending one knee at a time here. Feel the ground beneath your hand, really strongly grounding through the hand. Marching the legs, bending the knees one at a time. Stay connected to breath. How are you breathing in this moment? Can you feel the breath all the way down into your belly? Are you feeling the breath at the back of your throat in Ujjayi breath? We're going to walk our hands back towards our feet. Coming to the back of the mat, nice forward fold. And then let's roll ourselves up. Drop the weight into your heels. Roll all the way up. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale the arms back down by your sides. Okay, let's do a walkout. Inhale, arms up. Exhaling into our forward fold, hinging at the hips. We're gonna walk forward into plank pose. Coming to the top of your push-up. Exhale to lower down your choice. It can be a gentle roll, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Hug the elbows in as you inhale. Lift and open up the heart and the chest. And then exhale all the way back into downward facing dog. This time we're going to walk our feet towards our hands, coming to the top of the mat. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, either roll or come up with a flat back. Lift your heart first. And then the arms come above head to touch. Exhale the hands back to heart center. Beautiful. We're going to breathe in. Bring the hands up and overhead. Pause here. Good. We're going to take the arms back into our T-shaped position in line with our shoulders. Step back with your left leg, finding the lightness on your toes, on your tippy toes. Shifting weight forward. Start to engage the core. And then pick that back leg up. Ooh. Beautiful. Nice and strong through the back leg, through the back foot. Push through the heel. Spread through the toes. You feel like the chest is pulling forward, and don't worry. If you fall out of it, you can always just come back in. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to bring the arms forward at the same time. The knee lifts up as the arms lift up to the sky. Bring the palms together, interlace the fingers. Press the fingers up to the ceiling. Core is still involved. We're going to make a couple of circles. Waking up our hip. Tuning into our balance. Well done. When we don't get it right away, we tend to give up. If you're falling all over the place, don't give up. This is the very beginning of the practice. Just getting our body in tune. Beautiful. So now we're going to step the leg back, lean back, coming through a little bit of a warrior three again. And then we're going to touch the back toes to the floor, land, and then lift. Beautiful. And really lift up through the ribs, lift up through that left hip, and deepen the breath here. You might even lift your gaze up towards the ceiling. And exhale, coming into down dog, hands to the floor. Step it back, downward facing dog. Ribs press back towards the thighs. Spread the fingers, breathe in here. We're gonna walk our hands back towards our feet. Try to keep your legs as straight as you can as you walk backwards. Hands to feet, eventually weight sinks down into your heels. Roll the body up, bend your knees, use your legs to push down as we roll up. Inhale the arms up to the sky, and exhale, arms by our side. Okay, one more walkout. Inhale, arms up. Exhaling forward all the way to your forward fold. Good, walking into your plank pose, top of your push-up. And then lower down, roll down or drop the knees and then the chest and the chin. Inhale, hug those elbows in as you open the heart in back bend. Exhaling into your downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Find the breath. Take a big audible sigh if you need to. Let your head drop. The neck gets nice and long. This time we're going to lift the right leg to the sky, bend the knee, let the hip roll open. Beautiful. We're going to try to make those circles here again. If it's feeling not comfortable for you today, it's not working quite well with your body, feel free to drop the left knee and make those circles from an all fours position. Make sure you take it around the other way too, a couple of times. Perfect. And then this time we're going to step that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Outside of the right hand. We're going to sink the hips and lift our gaze. And then lift your hips and see if you can straighten the right leg a bit more. Sink the hips, lift your gaze. Lift the hips, straighten the front leg. One more time. Sink the hips, lift the gaze. Lift the hips and straighten the right leg. Perfect. Let's drop the left knee to the floor. We're gonna keep those hands on the ground and just pull the chest forward. Try to really sink through the pelvis. Good. If anyone wants to drop a bit lower, feel free to come down to forearms or elbows. We have 3 more breaths here. Maybe you're working your way towards the floor and you can bring one forearm to the ground. Or even better, taking one forearm onto a block. Maybe the other forearm to a block. Or nothing at all. Straight arms is absolutely fine too. Last breath, feel the weight really even through the pelvis. Right side, left side, ribs, heart pull forward. Excellent. We're all going to come back to straight arms if you did come down. And we're going to inhale the right arm up to the sky. Take it around and back, like you're going to touch your left foot. And then come forward again. Reach it towards the front of the room. We're going to take that arm up and back. Look towards your back foot. Sink the hips a little deeper. And then take the arm up and forward. Good. One more time. Now, as you go back, you could just stay there or twist a little bit so that your left hip is on the floor. Inhale, lift up and over. Hands back to the ground. We're going to step to Malasana. Left foot to the outside of our left hand. So we're in a little frog pose. Now we're going to come up and down. So we're going to drop the hips. And then we're going to straighten the legs. We're going to inhale, lift, drop your head. We're going to bend the knees as much as the hips will drop down. It doesn't have to be all the way full Malasana. And we're going to inhale, lift the legs up. 2 more times like that. There's a little pivot that's happening with your feet. As you drop in Malasana, heels spin in. If you lift and straighten, the heels spin back, feet parallel. One more time. Spin the heels in. Drop it low as you can. And then lift your hips and straighten the legs. All right. From here, feet are wide. take a little sway side to side. Beautiful. And we're gonna take it all the way back into our down dog. So let's step the right leg back, left leg back. Push the ribs towards the chest, breathe. We could stay here and just hold our down dog, or come forward into your plank pose again. And then lower down, your choice. Hug those elbows in as you lower. Inhale, keep the elbows in as you lift. And exhale. Now know that child's pose is most definitely an option by now. Hips back towards your heels, forehead down. Or perhaps you are still in your child's pose. Slow the breath. Stretch it out. Then we're going to try on the other side. We're coming back into down dog if you were in child's. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Keep those fingers really opening wide. Bend the knee and open up the hip into scorpion pose. Beautiful. Remember, you can drop down to the right knee to make this a little more comfortable for you. Or we're going to stay up here and just make some circles. Take that left leg around a few times. A couple of times one way, a couple of times the other direction. Fantastic. Really loosening up the hips. And then we're going to bring that left foot to the outside of the left hand. Sinking down through the hips, lifting our gaze. Remember, hands can come under block, over block. Straighten the left leg as you look down. Drop the hips, lift our gaze. Lift the hips and look down. Drop the hips one more time like this. Lift the hips, look down. This time we're going to drop the knee and settle. Dropping the knee, pulling the ribs forward, pulling the heart forward. We have a few breaths here. We can stay with our arms straight. We might bend one forearm, one elbow, then the other. And we deepen our breath. And we feel into it with our breath. Bring the breath wherever it needs to go. All right, let's come back up onto our hands. So the arms are straight. We're gonna lift the left arm up, take it back, just look back towards your right foot. And then take that arm up and go overhead again. And then we're gonna take that arm back, a twist, a big twist. Look as far back towards the foot as you can, and then take it over. So on this last one, if you can, you're going to start to pivot your left foot and you're twisting so that your right hip comes towards the floor as you take it. There is a movement, a manipulation you have to do with your body a bit there. Inhale, we're going to lift ourselves back up. Left hand to the ground. Right foot, step forward. This time we're going to sink all the way down in Malasana. If you don't have a full Malasana just yet, it's okay. How far can you bring the hips down? Maybe it's here, and just keep those knees separated. Or drop the hips all the way down. Bring your hands to your heart. As the thumbs come towards the chest, pull the chest forward towards your thumbs. Take another breath. Perfect. Hands come to the floor. We're going to lift the hips up to the sky. Forward fold. Feet are still wide, so let's just sway the body out here, side to side. Right to left, right to left. Beautiful. We're going to drop the weight into our heels, and we're going to slowly roll ourselves up, one vertebra at a time. Lift the shoulders, pull them up, and slide them back. Let's bring our feet hip distance apart again. This time we're just going to give our shoulders a little bit of love. So we're going to take our hands behind our back, interlace them, but let's keep our elbows bent and our Hands just resting on our sacrum. We're going to pull the elbows back to open up the front, shoulders and chest. And we're just going to let the shoulders round forward. Pull them back and let them round forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Pull the shoulders, elbows back and let them round forward. 1 more. Pull and round back and then let them come forward. Okay, let's pull them. Open up through the chest, and then we're going to straighten the arms all the way towards the floor. Press the knuckles down. Feel your shoulders rolling back as you do that. We're just going to drop the right ear for a moment towards the right shoulder. And then over to the left. Stretching into the side of the neck. Right shoulder. And left shoulder. Let's come back through center. Inhale, lift the heart. We're going to take a forward fold. Folding forward, pull the belly up and in. Tuck your chin towards your chest. So you're really looking up towards your belly. Your head is heavy, neck is long. Can we roll the shoulders towards one another just a little bit more? Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Knuckles towards the sky. Let me take one more breath like that. And exhale, release. Release, release. Give everything a little shake. All right. We're going to step the right leg back. You might want blocks nearby. We're going to step right leg back. We're going to drop the right knee towards the floor, coming into low lunge. We're going to sink the hips and just lift your gaze for a moment. Keep your hands down to the floor. And then we're going to pull the left head back and take a little bow. Inhaling to come forward into our lunge. And then exhale, pull back. All right, let's keep doing that. If you can add another step to that, try not to use your hands. Come forward and just reach your arms forward. And then come back. Toes pulling up off the floor. Hands draw back. 1 more time. If your knee doesn't tolerate that, use your hands. For sure, use your hands. They're great help. This is just an option. It's all going to come forward. Inhale, take the arms up to the sky. Push into that left foot, the front foot. Lengthen through the side body. Beautiful. And we're going to take the hands to the ground, taking our twist. Left arm reaches up to the sky. We're going to take it back, look towards the back foot, and then take it over, looking forward towards the floor. Inhale, up and over, twist, looking back towards your right foot. Take the arm up and over, looking towards the floor. 1 more time, inhale. Can we pause here? Maybe, just maybe, we can lift the back knee, grab hold of that back foot. Not an easy task. If it doesn't lift off the floor, if you're not able to get it, it's okay. Stay here. Look towards the foot. Almost like you're using your mind to will it up. It's not going to happen today, and that's okay. Find 1 more breath. All right, now we're going to drop the right foot. Left arm's going to come over. Left hand comes to the floor. We're going to cartwheel into warrior 2. Right heel drop. Ooh, and we're lifting off the ground. Warrior 2. Bend the left leg. Inhale, left arm up and over. Take it back. Exhale, forward into side angle. Coming forward, right arm up and over the ear. Take it back again. Legs stay still, just the upper body dances. Exhale, forward. 1 more time. Inhale, take it up and back. And then exhale, we're going to cartwheel the hands down, around, frame your front foot. And we're stepping back. 3 options. You can just go right back to child. You can go into your plank pose, lower to a vinyasa, or just go right into your downward facing dog. 3 options for you to choose. Find your breath through all of those options. Spread the fingers. And then just rest for another 2 breaths. Whether your rest is down dog, whether your rest is child's pose. Deep, deep breathing here. Just shaking things up so that we can get that energy of motivation moving for the rest of our day. This is like the nourishment, having a good breakfast for our bodies so that we're fueled for the rest of the day. All right, my friends. Let's take one more breath here. Okay, and we're going to inhale the left leg up to the sky. And that's not the leg we need, actually. We're going to drop that left leg back to the floor. We're going to lift the right leg to the sky. And we're going to step the right foot forward. And we're going to drop the back knee onto the floor. Maybe you need blocks here. We're going to sink the hips and lift the gaze. And then we're going to pull the hips back, toes up to the sky, take a bow. Coming forward into our low lunge, drop the hips, pull the gaze. Pull the hips back, lift the toes. So stay with your hands on the floor or try to take the hands away so it enhances the need for balance a little bit more. It's much trickier. One more, back and forth. Hands are so welcome to be on the ground. Good. We're going to come forward and up into our high or our low lunge, but with high arms. Push into the front leg, lift up through the sides of the waist, lift up through the heart. Beautiful. And then we're going to take the hands back to the floor. We're coming into our twist. So right arm is coming forward and up. Look back towards the foot. And then take the hands back forward, looking to the floor. You could even tap the fingertips to the ground. Inhale, lifting up, looking towards the back foot. Exhale up and over. Good. You can continue like that, or maybe as we come into the twist, you can take the back foot up, bring it into the hand. Breathing into that space, we can hold here, or we can keep moving. If you are here and you push into the right foot, push into that left hand, perhaps feel the heart opening just a little bit more. Take one more breath. All right, drop the back foot, come forward with the right hand. Warrior two, we're gonna pick the back foot up, drop the heel. And we're gonna roll open into our warrior two. Stay bent with that front leg. Reverse it. Inhale, right arm up and over. Exhaling into our side angle. Beautiful. Inhale, up and over. Good. Dancing with just the body. Exhaling into our side angle. One more time. Inhale, up and over. And exhaling into our side angle. Perfect. We'll come back to these. Don't worry. We'll hold them for a bit longer. We're going to come back into warrior two. Cartwheel down, and we're going to take our three options again. Either just resting in your child's pose, resting in your down dog, or flowing. Come back into plank. Lower down, slow and gentle. Inhale, open up. Good. Come back to your resting pose. Whether that's down dog, whether that's child pose. Find and steady the breath. We have our last standing sequence to do here. So taking one more breath as we prepare for that. If you're in child's pose, perhaps coming up now to downward facing dog. And we're gonna lift the right leg to the sky. Open the hip, bend the knee, drop the heel back. And then let's step the right foot through between the hands. Spin the back heel down. Let's come up, warrior two. And pause here. Beautiful. Take our arms behind our back. So you're going to hold on to the opposite wrist or maybe even the opposite elbow. Beautiful. So the chest is open. Let your shoulders drop and release. Looking over the front leg, we're going to bend the right knee. And then straighten the right leg. Bending and straightening. So we're going to bend the right leg and we're going to take a bow towards the inside of the right side. We're coming down towards the inside of the right side. Let your head drop. Find the breath. Perfect. We're going to push into the right foot again. Come back up. Ooh, in the right leg. And we're just going to take a little tip. So the arms are still behind our back. Engage your obliques a bit more. Pull through the sides of your waist. Maybe your gaze is looking straight ahead or down. Maybe you can turn your gaze to look up towards the sky. You lean the chest a little bit back. One more breath. And we're coming back up. Beautiful. We're going to bend the right knee. We're going to keep the left arm behind our back, but drop the right forearm down to the thigh. Spin that left shoulder back. So we're in a half bind side angle pose. Rooting into the front foot, the heel of the foot, the ball of the foot. If anyone has a full bind where they can reach down underneath the right leg, grab hold of that left hand and then open up again. Do take that. But just make sure that wherever you are, you can breathe for 2 more breaths, that you're not straining, you're not killing yourself in the pose, that you're challenging yourself enough to deepen your breath. That's all. Unravel. Come back to stand. Open up the arms. We're going to cartwheel the hands down, around, and frame the front foot. And we're going to pause here. We're going to take a couple of steps forward with your back leg. Bring your hands forward, and they can also come onto blocks. We're going to pick the left leg up. Send a streak of energy all the way from your hip into your foot. Press through the heel. We're going to take a twist here. We're going to take the right arm to our hip. Maybe our head can turn to look more towards the right side. And then we're going to look back down towards the floor. We're going to open up into our twist again. Spin the ribs and chest and belly. And then look back towards the floor. Maybe the right arm can reach up towards the sky. Beautiful. And then drop it all. We're going to drop the feet to the floor. We're going to even drop our hips towards our heels. And take a little bow. So it's like we're in child's pose, but we are in this standing, crouching pose instead. Beautiful. Great way to decompress the body. Let's roll ourselves out of that. So you're going to drop the heels as your hips lift to the sky. Forward fold. Beautiful. Right leg is going to step back. We're going to spin the heel down and come up for our last side, last standing sequence. Unfolding into our warrior 2. Sink and settle into those feet. Take the hands, wrap them behind your back, hold opposite wrists, opposite forearms, or even opposite elbows. Straightening the left leg. Inhaling. Exhale, bend the knee. Sink it down. Inhale, pull back. And exhale, sink down. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, sink down and pause. Pressing through both feet. And we tilt forward, leaning towards the inside of that left leg. Active legs, active feet. Opening the hips at the same time, strengthening those hips. Feel as if you're trying to hug your left knee towards your left shoulder. And then we're going to lift and rise. Straighten that left leg for a moment. We're going to tilt the body as if we're coming into our high angle pose. It doesn't have to be a lot. If you find the core is struggling to really protect the back, then just lean a little bit. Or see where your edge is. Come down, see where you're finding it difficult to maintain, and then go to that challenging place. If you find it's too much, back out, or maybe challenge the core to hold yourself in this position. One more breath here. Now we're gonna rise. We're coming into the last bit. Bend that left knee. Release the left arm. Come into side angle with the bind. Roll the shoulder back. If you have the full bind or you're working, one step to work towards the full bind would be to bring the left hand to the floor or to a block. That way you're training the muscles in your left leg to hold you in a deeper position, which you need to be in to do a full bind. If the full bind is feeling closest, we can try that left arm to reach under the leg. You find that right hand, and then slide the hands towards your hips so you can lean back. If those hands are too high up the back and up the leg, it's gonna make you push forward. You wanna slide them down so you can lean back. All right, release, 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 come out of that. Give the shoulders a big shrug. We are done. Back into warrior two. Cartwheel the hands over and step it back into our down dog. March it out. And from here, we're just gonna drop down to our knees and we're gonna bring the hips towards the heels. Let the arms rest. Then slide forward. Soften the shoulders. We forgot one pose. We're coming back into that. Just a moment to rest here. Okay, before we go into our final stretches, we just forgot that one standing twist pose. So we're gonna rise back up onto all fours. We're almost there. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, pull back. We're gonna step the left foot through between the hands. Remember this one? Almost got away with it. We're gonna walk our hands forward, take a step forward, and pause there. Beautiful. Make sure your hands are much further than your foot so your back is nice and long. Let's take the left, first let's take the right foot up into the sky. And lift that right leg, spread through the toes. Left hand comes to your hip. We're gonna breathe in, turn and twist, open up here. And then exhale, look towards the floor. Turn and twist, inhale. And exhale, look towards the floor. Turn and twist, inhale. Maybe this time that left arm can reach to the side. It's not an easy one, I know. Reaching up, lifting up, take one more breath. And then exhale. We're gonna come down to our seat. We are all going to come onto our back. We deserve that, I think. That was a interesting practice. Challenging in all the right ways, I hope. We're gonna let the knees rock forward, rock them back. Forward and back, and forward and back. And even round and round. All right, my friends. So once we've massaged the back body, we're gonna take the left foot to the ground. Cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh and press the right knee open away from you. Just pause there with a little bit of pressure here. Gentle rock. Then we're gonna hug the legs in toward the chest, coming in to thread the needle pose. taking them up, hugging them in. Giving ourselves a little rock to thread the needle pose. We want to have the ankle over the thigh. Right ankle over that left knee. Thread the needle, hugging in. Soften breath, soften belly, soften jaw, shoulders. One more breath here. And we'll take the right leg across and over the left. Hug the knees in toward the chest. Feel that stretch down the outer hip. Shoulders heavy and relaxed. Might keep the hands to the knees. We might bring them to the shins or to the edges of the feet. Gomukhasana pose. You want your right leg all the way over that left leg. Holding wherever you can, shins or feet. And one more breath there. And then we'll unravel. Take the feet to the floor. Let's open the arms nice and wide. We can keep the feet on our floor to take our twist or pick them up. Squeeze the knees together and drop the legs to the right side. The knees will drop heavy. Our gaze turns to the left hand. Knees to the right, gaze to the left. Moving into the whole left side of the body. Ribs and chest. One more breath here. And then inhale the knees back up to the sky. And we'll do it all over again on the other side. Right foot drops down, left ankle on top of the right thigh. Hug in, squeeze in. Take a gentle rock. So you've just made it through a practice that was also challenging. And it's difficult sometimes when we are trying to get motivated for something that's challenging. Very difficult to self-motivate some days. And it's even difficult in the midst of the challenge, right? But we always feel so good after the challenge. We feel like we can take on more challenges. It gives us this sense of strength, this sense of self-belief within ourselves. So perhaps the challenges we work through on the mat in our practice gives us a sense of achievement that we are ready now to take on whatever is ahead of us today. We're going to take that left leg and cross it over the right leg, all the way, Gomukhasana. So there's no gap anymore. Take the hands to the knees, pull them in. or to the shins, or to the edges of the feet. Take a little rock here, side to side. Hugging in, squeezing in, one more breath. Okay, let's unravel and take the twist in that last direction. So opening the arms, this time taking the legs over to the left side, letting them drop, palm of the right hand to the sky. Legs to the left, maybe our gaze turns toward the right side, letting the body melt. One last breath here. And then we're coming back up to the center. Give yourself one more little rock. Twice. If you are choosing to finish in Shavasana, fantastic. You're already halfway there. Just slide the legs out. If you prefer to finish your morning class with a seat instead, so our energy is a little bit more awake, so that when we are ready to leave our practice, we're not leaving a little more sleepy and too relaxed. And get whatever you need to get comfy and cozy. It's that time of year, perhaps extra layers are going to serve you to not be so cold. And closing your eyes and dropping back into yourself. And this is the perfect place and the perfect space now that we've created to do a really long, extended meditation. So we only leave about 5 minutes or so, sometimes less, for meditation, but it really does deserve much longer time. If you do have more time to sit after practice, we are really then setting the foundations today. But can we sit just for a few seconds and block out all of our to-do lists, all the things piled up waiting for us to get to? And we breathe in the sweet essence of the present moment. For a moment, can we forget the world and just be here? I like to think of this like starting in a day with a good old hug. How good does it feel to be able to start the day with a hug from someone you love or a close friend? That hug gives us the motivation to carry on our day, even if it's going to be challenging. It gives us the strength. Fills us up with those feel-good feelings. And if you're a spiritual person, it may be a time just to connect with the divine, wherever you find divinity in. Again, just like that encouraging hug to give you the strength for your day. And on your next inhale, sweep the arms around and up, reaching to the sky. And bring your hands down to your heart. Give yourself a big bow, big well done. And I hope you feel more motivated for your day. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you again. Take care. Who's feeling more motivated? Hands up. Any more motivation going on? Are you just saying that? Thank you so much, everyone. Joy and a pleasure.
Thank you, Amy.
That was lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. Bye, Helen.
Bye.
Lucia. Bye, Bernadette. Bye, Casey. And bye, Ian. Have a great day.